If we replaced the video game controller in every kid's hand with an AR-15, America would be a better place.
If you look at these video games, if you look at some of the movies out there, some stuff that's on TV, there is so much gratuitous violence.
Through vicious, violent video games with names like Bulletstorm, Grand Theft Auto, Mortal Kombat, and Splatterhouse.
Many games contain content that is deeply disturbing. We have 40 years of research to tell us that violent media is bad for our children.
Regardless of political affiliation, public figures and the media have for years linked violent video games with violence in real life. Now, following the shooting at a Parkland, Florida high school, President Donald Trump is adding to that conversation.
I'm hearing more and more people say the level of violence on video games is really shaping young people's thoughts.
Statements like that are backed by some mass shooters' alleged affinity for video games. Some studies have concluded that violent video games can increase aggression, but that increase has been found to be mild and minimal. Experts have made clear that by no means do violent video games directly increase rates of real-life violence. Researchers and criminologists thus argue the perceived link between violent video games and real-life violence is a myth.
There's no known link between violent video games and real-life violence.
What we find in our laboratory studies are very small effects affecting our thoughts, our cognitions, but not so much affecting our actual real behaviors.
U.S. Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia echoed this sentiment in 2011, ruling that California could not ban the sale of violent video games to children. The justice argued the effects of those games were small and indistinguishable from the effects produced by other forms of media. Despite that ruling and past research, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said on Thursday the president would meet with members of the video game industry to talk about school safety. In a statement to multiple outlets, the Entertainment Software Association, a major lobbyist group, said the meeting would provide the opportunity to have a fact-based conversation about video game ratings, our industry's commitment to parents, and tools we provide to make informed entertainment choices. The group's members include Nintendo, PlayStation, Microsoft, Activision, and Electronic Arts. The ESA also said video games are plainly not the issue. Entertainment is distributed and consumed globally, but the US has an exponentially higher level of gun violence than any other nation.